Hello everyone, welcome to Top Trading Edge. Today we're going to take a look at the Sqare block. The company changed from Sqare to block. Um, Many people wants to know what will be the price action after seeing my few predictions on Tesla and Facebook, PayPal. Many more companies I always post the charts on Twitters, and I made few videos on some of the stocks. So uh, my price prediction on this, as you can see, is the creating M, right? These are the real price prediction. So I'll go in depth on this one before we start. Let's go through disclaimer. This video is for education purpose only. I do not sell any financial advice or recommendation to buy or sell any sorts of stocks or investments. For your financial actions, please consult with a professional financial advisor before making any financial decision. Okay, so let's get started here. If you can take a look at it right here at the pandemic time, these stock went to $35, and since then it took off from 35 to high was $290 right here. $290 it reached. So 35 to 290. It's a lot of gain, but that happened because Fed announced 0% interest rate. That means free money to the market, and and buying all the bad debts, bonds, junks, and also that's what it happened while we were locked down. So all this happened. That's how the balloon created. And then let's talk those things later on, but let's talk the technical first. So if you can take a look at it, every time is grinding higher and higher, straight upward channel created, and then it got rejected here one time, and then this is the resistance, which was 289, 289. Then second time rejected here, and that's how it created double top. So whenever stock try to climb up and test the second time resistance there, and then it fails like right here, that's double top most of the time. So you got to be very careful, particularly in when they break 100-day moving average, which is purple line. When 200-day moving average breaks, those are very very sign, because we are right here, but we can't live in hope, because we saw $290 price and now it is 270 to 240, and we cannot get out because we saw this. That's the hope. So hope is our biggest enemy. We have to keep in mind hope is our enemy, and that's how the market maker plays the game, because you have seen this, so you're not gonna like this, right? So now, would you like this? No, right? So it's better to have something better than nothing, right? So that's what we need to learn out of it, that there's a market maker has a game with your mind, and how you play with it. But most of the time you're gonna lose and they win, because you have seen this and you could not take the profit, so you're not gonna like this price. So just be a little, always remember that take the profit when the market condition change. I understand if something is here and drops and then again goes up and the drops. So that's different scenario right here, because this is upward channels, this is downward channels. Whenever downward channel creates, then it's not a good sign to stay there. So um, you know now in this case, as you can see right here, when it was rejected, I mentioned here in my one of the club that, hey, this is a major, because when you break 100-day moving average, which is not good, then this neck, M has a necklace, right? So neck right here, when you break the neck, that means it's definitely going to finish the M. So I predicted $130 support. So my few friend was telling me, no, it can't reach 130, is too low for this used to be $300 stock. I said, listen, we understand value, $1,000, $300 and all, but bottom line is these are real price actions. Somebody is putting money or pulling money. That's why each candle represents the one day of the work, right? When you see these green candles, somebody is pouring money. When you see the red, pulling out the money. So these are real actions. This is not a headline. I'm not gonna read any headlines and say, hey, this can happen, that can happen, or this thing gonna do this. No, I like to see the real price action. So that's the reason I hate hope. I like the actions. If this from here took off and bounce from the support and cross the 100-day moving average or 200-day moving average, then I would believe that, hey, this stock is perfectly bounced back with the strength. But when these broke, I felt it that this is not going to be a good. And I also actually by mistake deleted this one, because this sloping support broke right here, which was right at 100-day moving average. If you can see right here, look at that. Once this broke 100-day moving average sloping support, this is the major support from pandemic till uh, till November right here. When this broke, these are the real sign that we always need to have some technical knowledge, because technical knowledge gives you a real mirror image of the real price action, not like somebody saying in headlines, hey, this analyst says that the price going to be is going to be 300 $400. That's all guesswork. You don't want to believe somebody who's saying it to you. You need a confirmation. So anything you find confirmation, then only you believe. Otherwise it will be all your mind, brain feed, I would call it. So everything is brain feed in this social world. Particularly mostly the media, where try to create a headline. There are some analysts, I call them agenda driven analysts. When the stock goes $300, they think, oh, it's going to be $500 soon. You just wait and watch and see. So those are things happen. So guys, profit taking is very important, particularly when market grows like this faster. And so we don't want to, then I feel the pain when you guys see this is dropping. That's not the good sign, right? You're not gonna feel good. So always look at the support, sloping support. Whenever sloping support is testing, how long, how far it is been growing from here. I always post on Twitter that this is what is happening here. So be careful. These are double top. So if you follow me on Twitter at Top Trading Edge, I always post that. And sometime I make now, I just created the YouTube channel like 10 days, 12 days ago. So I'm gonna make a video, but video takes a long time to, analyze and put it up. Um, but if you are on Twitter, I would highly recommend, because Twitter is the place. Twitter is not like a Facebook, right? Twitter is all business people, educated people goes there, and they put their ideas and views rather than relying on some TV and some brain feed headlines. Rather than that, I would rather believe in rumors than believe in news, because if I post something that this is going to going happening, whistleblower I would call it, because social media, you can't control the millions of people. You can buy 10 people, you can buy 100 people, but you can't buy millions of people, and they are living geographically different area, right? That's why I like social media, where you can get to know. If you have a Twitter, you get to know, because all people who post their ideas, knowledge, what exactly happening instant, so you come to know. So I highly recommend having Twitter. That gains a lot of knowledge. That would be your passive income, because somebody says something, just like I always tweet, right? So you come to know my tweet, maybe somebody else, or like that. You got to be on Twitter. Yeah, if you want entertainment, there's a lot of platform where you can go, Instagram, and where there are so many social media platforms, Facebook and all. There will be entertainment too, but Twitter is where people talk business. Not all time, but still, I would prefer, if you are on Twitter, it's going to help you a lot and educate you a lot before you lose more money and further. So you see, this support broke. Now the second support was 138 broke, and then that is forming bearish sign. And my projection for this next stop is right here before the pandemic price, which is $83. Now $83, they have the earning coming in on 24th February, which is probably 3 weeks from now. So 83, $85 is the price target for the next stop. But I also wrote down here, if $85 support breaks, then Fed rate policy will meeting might hit $60. Why? All in YouTube, which I'm making video right now. So why do I feel that this support will not bounce like this? You see this? Why will not bounce and it will break? It can consolidate, it can do this, but bottom line is, what I see right now here is the market conditions are changing right now. So if you want to take a look at it, few things. Now look at this sloping support right here I draw, right? And then it bounced from here, right here at it bounced. Then it tried to go higher, but then it broke, right? So what we need to see, market conditions are changing, is I'm going to show you real quick. So before we start, let me explain you what are the numbers from financial side we'll talk about right now. So if you take a look at it, 24th February is their earning, and their estimate revenue is $4 billion, almost about $4 billion. Next, previous earning, their previous earning they reported 3.8 billion, and their estimated was 4 billion, 4.3 billion. So they missed their earning on last quarter, and this previous of that quarter also they missed. They could not even achieve in the summertime. They could not achieve 5 billion. It was 4 billion, right? 4.6 billion. So they missed that also. That time stock was in a price peak. So when they announced the earning on that time, they have a holding of their stocks. So that price counts and that multiplies because they had the stock at this price. Imagine how much gain they have, whatever the stocks they have. So that value counts in this. That's the earning because they have revenue. But now the table is turning from here. You see that? And now imagine what would be the fiasco at this price, whatever the stock they have, right? So that would be another loss in their stock earning. Plus Bitcoin is down. Remember, Bitcoin is down also. And if you take a look, if you look at it, Amazon, or I mean not Amazon, PayPal does the same thing like a Square, right? They are also credit card provider, service provider, merchant service provider. Same thing. PayPal had a bad earning. So same thing, Square, PayPal is same category, and on top Square is more into the Bitcoin also. So they all also have a little hard time. Plus, one more thing, let me show you. Let me bring one of the chart here. Okay, so if you can take a look at after the PayPal drop, right now PayPal is $124. If you look at it, the P ratio was 44 earlier, and now the price dropped. The P ratio comes out 38, but it used to be 42, 44, 44, 45, something like that. So that is too high. Normally, now let's take a look at other P ratio. Google, Google had excellent earning, right? So we all know. So forward P ratio is Google is 23 at this price, $3,000, right? So it's 23 times, which is way lower. Now, what is forward PE ratio? For I like forward PE ratio of every company to always take a look at it. The reason behind is the PE ratio, regular PE ratio only gives you what company has done in last 4 quarters. So, well, market condition always changes 6 months, year. We don't know. Past would be great, but how about the future? That's why we have the forecast. So you company gives a forecast. So when you take a look at the next 4 year forecast, and based on you get the PE ratio, that is the real PE ratio to look, because we want to look forward. We don't want to look back, right? When you invest money. So that's what you need to see. When you see PE ratio 24 times ratio, price earning ratio is 2. Normal ratio is like 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. So this is the rate. This is the time ratio to always look around. Now let's check the Square. So Square PE ratio is 58 at this price. Coming out right now, $60. Now you can do your math. Who gonna pay $60 when you can see all these falling knives here, right? So that is the wrong calculation. So basically, definitely need a then. So right now price is $102. Forward PE ratio is 50. So you got to bring it down to 25. So if they bring it down 25 divided by half, so based on that, I can see this price is possible. Let's see, the earning will reveal the thing. So, but these are the dots. I try to, what I'm trying to show you in this video, guys, is I don't just look at the technical analysis. Technicals gives you a projections, real projection, right? Because every green candle happens, red candle happens because somebody is putting money behind. So if somebody is selling, means insider knows what's going to happen. That's why they are selling, right? So market maker also knows, many banks knows that, hey, time to sell, time to take profit, right? Then all these things happen, but they're not gonna come and down to your house and knock the door and say, hey, time to sell this. No, you have to analyze. So many people I see. So let me talk a little bit about what exactly happening in the in on YouTube. People go and analyze the chart. Okay, you will find somebody who will analyze the only financial side. Say, hey, this company is this good, 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 but they don't have a technical analysis. Or some people might not even describe about the geopolitical market condition changes based on Fed policy and government policy. So we need to, if you want to be a real super smart, I always try to teach you guys that we do need to have a three kind of knowledge while investing in the stock market. First is financial fundamentals. Second thing is technical analysis, and third thing is geopolitical. If you master all these three, then you can really, really analyze and bottom out. You can time the market. You can time the market. There is no way 100% anybody can time the bottom and top, but at least you would come to know when this happened, when pandemic happened, stock was 35, and government policy announces that we're going to have a zero interest rate in last 40 years. 0% interest rate happened. Can you just imagine? 0% interest rate will boost the economy like this. Why? Because those are the impact creates, but we only see that's the headline. No, that's a geopolitical headline, but you have to understand the impact. 0% interest rate, all these companies and everybody was getting buying the houses, and that created the big balloon. um, I tweet lot in that also, but that was artificially balloon created, and that's what happens into the market. But you have to understand that those are impact. What are the impacts? That's why it never came back. Look, right? So same thing now is going to happen, but you need to understand the impact. What would happen when the interest rate goes up? What would happen when they have to reduce their balance sheet? The Fed has to really reduce almost $10 trillion balance sheet in few years, right? As all these junk bond, corporate bond they bought, they have those are junk right now basically. So they have to Fed has to print. Fed has to go to the treasury and you know get the approval, and then probably they have to print money, and then those bond goes in zero. Basically, it will be paper. So, but it slowly will happen. So they're not gonna come and tell you, but you have to understand the impact of the market in long run. So because of that, these is all these thing happening because these are millions and millions of share people are selling, right? So just a little, be careful looking at that. And also, I wanted to show you Finways. And they have outstanding shares are 460 million shares outstandings on here too. So it's quite a bit, not much, but it's quite a bit, right? So based on this scenario right now is going to unfold. Is not going to happen overnight, but I like to match the dots, and the dots are telling me that the fundamentals telling me what I exactly describe about the earnings, and expectations are a little high based on the numbers what I see. Based on their forward P ratio, they said that is way high. They could not even achieve last year. So if you have a hopeful saying that it's going to do this, well, like I said, I don't believe in hope. I have lost so much money in my life, blow out so many accounts, and based on that, I'm just describing it to you. The best thing is to be on a side, whatever the position, wherever you are. Otherwise, what you would be, I'll tell you right now. I'm going to show you some examples. So PayPal was right here and then dropped to 172, 120, $50 gone in a one day. It was here, and these are the real action happening. Look at, do you see any green candle in between here? These are insiders are selling, after earning and all is happening. Look at that. So you see everything is red here. This is PayPal, right? Same thing, Netflix. Look at the drop from here, straight drop to here, right? So you want to wait until something happens, or it really happens. Then only we believe. We believe in something supposed to happen, and then we believe, oh, this is the real things. Or you want to save your money wherever you are. So same thing. I'm going to explain you, show you another one. These are the history. These are real happen. Same thing, docu, right? And this is DocuSign. It was 240, high was 320, and then it dropped right here. Look at this. Oh, people think it's dropped because it's gonna come back, right? Those hope. Look how many days it stayed here, almost like a 3 weeks, and then keep selling, right? Okay. So yesterday, I did save before earning. I made a video for Facebook. Oops, not the for Facebook. And I did say what's going to happen, but people have a hope and they believe in meta and all. I understand everybody believes in, but you have to look at the market condition overrules all technicals and fundamentals. And this is what right now happening, because this is not a small thing is going to happen. It's a big thing. So look at the Facebook, what happened. Same thing, Facebook was here and drop. Look at the drop, right? So from 300 to $240, it's been happening with many stocks. It's not only one stock is happening. It's happening. And today earning is Amazon, right? Is right here. I've been saying this support has been broken, and several times it's been tested because insider knows something is going to happen. And this channel has been 15 months. It's right here. And my prediction is by 2022 is $2,300. So I'm not going to talk much about Amazon. There's an Amazon video. If you are interested, you can go and take a look at it. I already made that. But you know, trend is my friend. Keep in mind always. So um, these are the real dots I see is been happening in the market, guys. Nobody come to your door and say, hey, this is going to happen, until unless you feel it, and until unless you feel the tsunami underneath the leg, and then you realize, oh damn, let me run now. Because I have seen in 2008 also. My 20-year experience, I'm telling you, that can happen. So if you want to be on a side and watch until whatever it happens, because I don't see any stock at this moment gonna break the bank and run like this, because of the market condition is changing. If we are here and earning comes out good, yeah, it can go up, but the market conditions are here are different than here, right? So that's what I'm trying to teach you guys. Be careful, because um, we have, anytime you want to in and out, you all have to analyze. You have to analyze. You can't say, hey, I'm going to super long. Yeah, you can be super long, but then the pain you feel here when you see $300 dip, when you see $35, when you see $300, and then this happens, how do you feel? In fact, I did tweet something. I can show you. Very fun, interesting chart I find. Oh, this is the, I was talking about. Do you see what I have been saying? My answer is $10 trillion pumped into the economy. This is what is being pumped into the economy, and our economy is artificially balloon right now. So the economy works with the proper change cycle. So economy works with the proper change cycle means everything. Fed prints the money, goes to the bank. You go and take a loan from the bank. You go and buy a house. You buy a you know in any industries, every industry goes and take a loan from the bank, and then they pay to their employee goes and Home Depot or Costco's, and they buy their materials, and then they make money. It's a chain cycle, so we need to have that kind of cycle. But it did not happen, and that's why this once since we locked down, we inflated the market just like this. And that's why we see 7% inflation, never ever seen in my life here. it, right now we have 7% inflation, which is 39 years ago in 80s, 82, 83, we had the 11-14% inflation. Now we have a 7% inflation, which is as close to Kenya. And 0% interest rate means free money like Japan. So if you compare 39 years ago, we had 11, interest rate was 11.5%, because economy works with the balance. Economy works with the balance. You cannot have odd and even numbers, has to go with it. So, and that I also, oh, right here. So if you take a look at it, 50 years of US inflation interest rate. So right now we are here, which is very close to Japan, and inflation in Kenya 8%, we are 7%. So look at the gap in between, and look at the history past 50 years. We do not have this huge gap. Now this huge gap, don't just look at, take a measurement and measure, man. These are real numbers. This money is just like how we pour the money at giving out 0% interest and inflated. Now we have to tighten we have to tighten the demand. We have to tighten the demand, means taking the power out from the people. We have to tighten the financial power. So what happens is the first thing it gonna hit by the stock market, because they don't want stock market to go higher because of the money leverage. Because if you have a leverage more, then you're gonna buy stock, buy these, buy that, Same thing applies to the housing industry. People will have to pay more interest rate when the interest rate goes up. That will be tightened up, and then you're going to see a lot of acquisition in the market, where many companies go bankrupt. Those who doesn't have a cash flow, and then people, big company, they go and buy small company, penny a dollar. That's what normally happens in the market. So one thing I was trying to show you was mm, ah, sorry man, just one more chapter if I can show you. So I have CPI. No, this is a CPI report, funds rate issue. So we have this issue also in the market right now. CPI Fed fund rate. Look at the difference. Fed fund rate is this. Consumer is here. We are way far in comparison with it. So, and as you can see, you know what? I have it here in my, okay, right here. So I tweet these also. This one. So I tweet this also a couple of 3 weeks back on this one projection, that why I feel that this is balloon. As you can see, Sqare right here, $35 was the pre-pandemic, and then it went to 289, 725% up, highest, and now the price is $115, and which is 228% up. Forward P ratio is almost 60%, is too high. So it has to come down these categories, just like Docu, Netflix, PayPal, Twitter, Zoom. And Facebook, we have to add now. Facebook was here. I added here, right here. Facebook was here, right? 122%. It was $300. Now it's $230, 220, $240. So that comes here almost 80%. So this category. So still they'll be coming into here, from here to here. So I'm remember I just showed you DocuSign, Netflix, PayPal, how drop they had because of the bad earnings. So and I do see the same thing going to happen with many of these. Only thing is, we only believe in a proof when we see that. We don't believe if we are long in that. So don't build a hope, and take the proper action on time. That's what I guys try to teach you here. Is don't try to be very long videos here, but if you wanted to learn and invest in a right manner, then you are at the place where I can really teach you, not only the technical analysis. Also, I can teach you the fundamentals as well as geopolitical. And also I keep you alert. It's not about like just the learning. I'll keep you alert also. So if you follow me on Twitter at toptradingedge.com, just go on Twitter and what do you call, uh, yeah, Top Trading Edge. Type it in one word on Twitter, or Google it up, Top Trading Edge, one word, and you will see me. And once you find, you can see many. I just started the YouTube channel, so if you guys can help me out, if you like my content, I'll be really creating a lot of content so you can really see true analysis of the company, not just the technical side and not just the fundamental and talking too much about the company. I'll talk point to point where you believe that is going to happen, because I believe in the dots which are going to happen. Those are my confirmation. If I draw the line, these are my confirmation. If I draw this support is my confirmation. When I see, and I'm showing you right here, look, this bounce right from this support, these are real money happening. This is not something where market maker, they just brain feed on media, and then goes, many analysts goes, and then they write some articles, and then you see that, oh, price going to be $500, and then you believe, oh man, oh, I had a good profit, but I think I'm going to wait. Now that weight can be this, and we don't want to be part of that. We need to learn how to take profit. Otherwise, I can give you a list of stocks which are hundreds and hundreds in earlier. Those used to be a good company, like blue chip company, good companies where people used to believe in. They are now $0 value. So we do not want to be one of them. We want to be a smart. Remember, I'm not just saying that we got to smart, at least learn how to take the profit, entry and exit. So try to bottom out. I know it's very difficult to bottom out, but if you have the proper strength, you can literally nail it down where the bottom is, just like how I'm planning here, right? So Fear and FOMO, you have to understand fear and FOMO. That is what the main game is in the market maker plays with you. When you have a fear and things drops, you get squeezed and you sell. But when you buy it here and you have a profit here, you don't sell it, then it's bad, right? So same thing here also. Fear and FOMO plays the big role in our routine life when we buy and sell. So if you want to buy low, we want to sell high. We don't want to buy here and sell here because we made mistakes. So that's why we need three things, and that three things will help you. And I'll be making more videos. I just needed your help. I only have a 30 subscriber. I just made a YouTube channel like 10, 15 days ago. So if you can subscribe, like, and let other know, if you can share with your friends, families, whomever who is in the market, I'll be teaching a lot of stuff, and I'll highly appreciate. I also posted Amazon video. You can take a look at it. I also post a couple of weeks ago about the market, how the market is heading. As I said, this market I predicted in actually Christmas time, that where is heading before Christmas. But that time I did not have the YouTube channel. I had my clubs with my few friends, and I was mentioning about those. So just keep eyes on it, guys. Now, help me out here, and I will definitely, that will boost my confidence here, bring in more content. So if you guys subscribe, like, and comment. If you have any question, you just comment below, and I will respond you back. Also on Twitter, Top Trading Edge. Until then, thank you very much for being here. Have a good night. Bye.